where we want to get. Back in the days, I would say, oh, I wanted to be a pilot. When I was younger, I say that.
I think I've said all the positions.
Yeah.
I wanted to be a pilot.
You want to be everything. But then again, there's nothing wrong with trying, because you can study this. Especially going to university sets that foundation for you to think on your feet, to be able to discover yourself and understand yourself better, to be able to deliver in whatever you do. So it's not wrong to study computer science and end up being a nutritionist, maybe, or a politician, something.
And the interesting thing about computer science is you can study it and then go into any field that you want. You see people studying computer science and biology. The first time I heard that, I was like, what do you want to do? Create a virus? But that's the good thing about computer science. You fit in everywhere, because we live in a dynamic world right
we
now.
do, yeah.
And everything is about technology. So if you have that background, it makes everything easier. And right now I'm in a software development company, and this is where the computer science comes in play, because it makes it easier for me to actually link that to the quality assurance and carry out my everyday work.
All right, Kumba.
All right, that's why I said in my first speech that it's good to be versatile, you know, and computer science gives you that opportunity. You're doing computer science is a general term. You're doing computer science and you're doing programming, you're doing networking, you're doing theory of computing, you're doing artificial intelligence. How are you able to cope with all those? This is a way of training your brain to be able to work in any kind of field, you know, and then you will do good. So I'm not surprised that Kumbel is, you know, studied computer science, and then she's what, quality assurance. And then here I am working as a graduate assistant at the University of the Gambia, a lecturer of computer science courses. You know, as I speak, I'm a lecturer now.
But before we leave, we'll come back to that. We have a group of students from St. Joseph's Senior Secondary School, the ICT group. They're here to talk to us about what they do at school. Welcome to the Fatu Show.
Hello viewers, we are the members of the computer club of St. Joseph's Senior Secondary School, and I am also the president of the club. As it is seen, it's a vital and growing role in research. So
what do you do? Tell us what you do as a club.
As a club, we facilitate students to have easy access to the internet, as we are having an internet access in the school. We promote links between students, between schools, that is in and outside the country. We organize seminars and workshops for students. We have activities like we create awareness about computer literate in the school.
So how was your group formulated? Is it a group of IT students in different classes, a certain grade? How did you come about it?
Yes, it is different IT students from different classes.
Okay, so what are some of the things that you do? Because the internet is very wide. We have so many internet hazards. And you're very young. You're going to school now. How do you control some of the things that happen? Is it mainly ICT, information and technology, communication, or are you into these social networks, Facebook, MySpace, Twitter, and other websites?
Well, we try to avoid computer hazards by not logging into social websites.
Are they blocked?
Yeah.
Do you have
blocked?
They're blocked.
Yes, we are brought up in the school with good morals. So when we are told not to do something, we do not do it. So we try not to log into those social websites, and we have antiviruses in order to block viruses that will infect the computer. We just focused on web browsing, doing our research work, and also using Microsoft Words and other applications.
Well done.
We actually have two labs, actually. One is having internet access, but the other is not. But we use both of them.
Okay. So you have a seminar coming up soon.
Yeah.
Tell us about it.
The seminar that we are organizing is there to sensitize people about the different components in the computer, and to tell them that ICT is not only limited to male or to boys alone, but it's also to girls.
When is it?
Well, it will be this month on the 19th.
On the 19th, where?
St. Joseph's Senior Secondary School.
Well done. It's good to have you on the Fatu Show, and keep up what you're doing, but most importantly, be careful of internet hazards, raise awareness, sensitize other people in different schools. You can network, form a larger group, not just St. Joseph's, but girls' schools in different areas. You can talk about the internet. Thank you for coming on the Fatu Show. And before we leave, Kumba, do you have any final word to say?
Yeah, I think it will be very unfair if I have to sit here without mentioning this particular person who has been always there for me, giving me moral, financial support, and then, you know, advising me in all ways to succeed. And this person is the CEO of Jitacoms. His name is Pasafion Kebe. I'm saying a very big thank you for all the support you've been giving me all this while. Yeah.
Thank you. Kumba?
The first thing I would want to say is basically about the computer science aspect. One thing I would want to encourage is for a lot of females and a lot of girls to actually partake in this course. And another thing to put in mind is computer science is not just focused on either networking or the software programming and all that, but I studied computer science and I'm a quality assurance engineer, and it blends well. I'm so glad that I actually took part in such a position, such a vacancy, and I'm just promoting and asking everybody to actually come to the computer science aspect of it. It might seem hard, but there are vast things that you can partake in.
Thank you very much. And Ajiyama?
Well, what I have to say is, like you said, most females are afraid of mathematics. So I'm encouraging all these girls, all the actuaries I know in the Gambia, 4 of us are females, and we've done pretty well. So I'm encouraging all the girls to get into actuarial science. It's a very diverse field.
But then where can you do this though? Because you can't really study it in Gambia, can you?
No, you can't. But there are so many universities in the UK. I think there are a couple in Ghana, USA, Canada, and all those European countries where you can do it at.
Margot, you're a marketing manager.
Yeah.
Tell us what's the inspiration? What do you have to tell to young girls who wants to do marketing?
I'll just like to encourage them. Marketing is a really good field, and you're a really important person of the company.
Right.
But I like to tell these young girls that it's okay to say no, and that you can make it in the company, and you can make it forward, and you can close deals without having to degrade yourself. And you don't expect men to respect you if you don't respect yourself. You can't. Respect is earned, not deserved. So I just want them to keep that in mind. If you're trying to get into marketing, just always remember your values and your objective, your main objective of going to that certain company. And it's not always about trying to fit in. It's not always trying to have what the other person has, so you're going to do whatever you have to do just to get it. No, it's not about that. If you're marketing a really good company and you have your objective of going there and you're trying to get a sale, if you're from a good company and if your sales tactics are correct, you will get the sale. You don't have to degrade yourself. And if you are in that position or in that situation where someone is trying to disrespect you or someone is trying to do certain things, just remove yourself from that situation. It's okay. Don't go back to that company, or it saddens me how these young girls have just changed in Gambia. Since I've been back, I've been seeing like crazy things going on and crazy stories, especially when it comes to girls marketing.
But then again, it's not just marketing. It's always the background, and everybody has a story. Everyone has their own story. Right. Now it's difficult. You might be from an okay family, a well-to-do family. I mean, they're doing quite well for themselves. You really don't have much or massive responsibility. Some girls, it's difficult for them. It's an entire family. Right. They have to go to work. They have to earn something. They have to look after themselves to look good. But then you have younger sisters at home, you have siblings at home, and your parents to look after. So it's always very difficult to be able to say no to some of these things. I don't know what message you have, because you're in the field. I'm sure you see these things happening. Maybe you haven't encountered it before, but you must have seen somebody in a position like that.
Yeah. Well, okay, everyone has problems, everyone has issues. And just because, okay, you're the breadwinner of the family, or you have to take care of your parents and your younger ones, that doesn't mean that you have to degrade yourself. At the end of the day, is that money worth you losing your values and you being disrespected and looked down upon? I don't think it is. So I feel like there's something else that you could be doing to make your money.
Well, thank you very much. It's the Fatu Show. Thank you to the girls from St. Joseph Senior Secondary School, Kumba, Kumbel, the Kumbas, Margot and Ajiamu. Thank you very much for having you on the show. And Before we leave, we'll have a playback by our computer scientist and musician